Friends, we're not allowed to customize Jesus Christ to adjust to our lives and suit our needs and make him who we want him to be. He is who he is. He is the Christ, the Son of the living God. Now, we've been studying in Mark chapter 8:31 and following the last couple of days, and we saw how Peter became the devil's spokesman for a moment, telling Jesus, no, you're not going to be killed, and so forth. And then we saw that there's a big difference between a good idea and a God idea. Peter was mindful of the things of men rather than the things of God. Now, what's interesting is how Mark lays this out, because he tells us that afterwards Jesus draws a lot of people together and tells them, if anyone comes after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross daily, and follow me. Now, remember, Jesus has just told his disciples that he's going to be rejected of men, killed, and will rise again on the third day. He knew he was headed toward the cross. Now he's telling everybody, hey, if you're going to follow me, you're going to have to take up your own cross and deny yourself. Then he goes into the section where he says, and whoever is ashamed of me in this adulterous and wicked generation, I'll be ashamed of them when I come in the Father's glory with his holy angels. So we see here that Jesus is saying, basically, you don't get to lay things out to adjust to your life and to suit your fancies. I am going to the cross. I'm going to die on the cross. I'm going to rise again. And ultimately, I will come again in the Father's glory with the holy angels. Now, he's talking about the consummation of the age at that point. But we're living in a culture where people tend to just customize Jesus. Jesus gets me, and yes, he does. He understands you better than anybody, but he doesn't change who he is. He doesn't change the message of the gospel. It's a message of repentance, turning from the way we've lived and embracing Christ who can cleanse us from our sin. He is God in human flesh, and the gospel is and always will be the power of God unto salvation. We can't change it. We can't customize it. And we see that happening. We're not to conform to the world. We're to submit and surrender so that we can be conformed to Christ. So let's be very careful that we don't tread those dangerous waters of changing who Jesus is because we don't like what Jesus says. He says, if you're ashamed of me and my words, then I'll be ashamed of you when I come in the Father's glory with his holy angels. Selah, let's think on these things. This is really, really important. Thank God he loves us so much he sent his Son, and how grateful we are for Jesus for giving his all to redeem us. There is no other way, dear friend. You must confess Christ. Blessings.